Celeste, JC, Coach McGuff, Kevin, thank you very much. We're going to jump right into questions. And for those individuals on the March Madness Zoom, if you'd like to ask a question, just use your raise hand feature. We'll go ahead and get started. Go ahead, Thomas.
Thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Congrats on the win. Coach, were you happy with the response coming out?
Yeah, I think overall we had some really good moments. You know, we looked back, we looked more like ourselves in terms of our intensity, focus, and just how hard we were playing. And so I thought we had great moments today. I wish we could have sustained that for longer stretches. I thought we got a little sloppy there down the stretch in the second half.
Another question, Taylor Theory, you always talk about her wanting to be more aggressive. Today seemed like she was really aggressive. What do you say about her performance?
I thought she played really well, had a really balanced game. And, you know, early on, her offensive rebounding, giving us extra possessions, I think really kind of set the tone for us. So excellent game by her today.
Kevin, Maine coming in, not a particularly strong three-point shooting team, but they come out and make their first four from deep.
Yeah.
Kind of how does that change the game plan kind of moving forward when you come in and kind of get punched in the face like that?
Yeah, I think Maine is a really well-coached team. I thought they did a great job. They've had a terrific season, so I want to congratulate them on that. And you know, they showed up like a championship team should, and they were ready to go, and they made some big shots early. And you know, I think we adjusted finally to kind of get them out of a rhythm, but they were ready, and so I was impressed with their team.
And Celeste, for you, overall, a strong defensive performance for the team. How locked in do you feel you guys were on that end today?
Yeah, like Coach said, we had some lapses, I feel sometimes, but I think overall the energy was there to give us that push defensively.
All right. Deion Cash, Dayton Weekly, congratulations on an excellent season, and Coach of the Year, Coach. JC hit the shot at the buzzer in the first quarter, and I feel like that, along with Harris coming in and really having an impact, changed the game a little bit. Talk about the game, that first quarter and the first half a little bit.
Yeah, you know, it was obviously back and forth a little bit in the first quarter, and we started to pull away a little bit. And I do think JC's shot, you know, gave us just a little extra momentum as we headed towards the second quarter. And I thought the bench was good. They came in, Ricky came in, Ty came in. They played with really good energy. And I thought that, you know, kind of helped us wear on them a little bit, using our depth a little bit.
JC, talk about that shot and how it kind of got you going a little bit.
Yeah, I think obviously time running down, just finding ways to score. But I think really we picked up on the defensive end come that second quarter, and I think that's we sustained that for a little bit, and I think that's what kind of got us going there in the second quarter.
So, Les, you seem like you were seeing the game pretty well tonight. Talk about your flow tonight and what you was able to do out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, felt pretty comfortable out there. I mean, as the season has gone on, you know, I feel more and more comfortable. But I think, honestly, like, the defense is what gets us going. It gets me going. And so just trying to be in those passing lanes, trying to, you know, do as much as I can in the press. You know, when you have some dogs out in the front, it kind of helps a lot, too.
Kevin, what does it mean to just get back on the winning side of things? I know that you guys had some time off to kind of dissect what happened in the last two, but just to get back on that side of things?
Yeah, it was just good to play a game. I feel like it's been forever since we've played a game, and you know, we've been practicing against each other and our scout team, and so to have another opponent was refreshing. And you know, like I said, I think we look much more like ourselves today than we did in that Maryland game. So, you know, I think we handled the time in that loss appropriately, where we watched film, we processed it, and we kind of put it behind us and moved on to this one.
JC, you guys obviously have much bigger goals than just winning in the first round, but what does it do for you guys to have a really big win, you know, a little bit of a blowout win to kind of kick things off in this run that you guys are expecting to go on?
Yeah, it's big for us. I think we've done a good job all season, in the Big Ten regular season especially, of just focusing on the game in front of us and the next game, and that's what we're going to continue to do. So we'll stay and watch this game, and same thing, be prepared and just be focused on our next matchup.
For both Celeste and JC, how did the last couple of weeks make you guys stronger as a unit, and how did you grow in that time?
Yeah, I think that, you know, obviously, you know, you're one and done if you lose. So it's kind of puts pressure on everybody, I feel like. And then, you know, us having it be our last year, you know, and the goals that we have set out since the beginning of the season for the team and for each other and for ourselves, I think that just is something that keeps motivating us and pushing us. But like JC said, you know, just staying consistent with the mindset of the first game and the games that come day by day.
Absolutely, I would agree. I think after that loss against Maryland, we came back, regrouped, learned a lot from it, and worked our butts off, you know, for a week pretty much. So I think that brought us together. Had to go through some adversity there, and we worked through it. But, yeah.
Celeste, obviously Duke's gonna be playing here in a little bit. What emotions would you feel if you got a chance to play them in the next round?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still close with a lot of them there, so it's no bad blood there. But honestly, you treat it like any other game, another competition. Obviously, people would assume there'd be high emotions. For me, it's just, another competitor on the court, because at the same time, I go against my teammates in practice all the time. So for me, it's just nice to see them, see some familiar faces. But yeah, it'll be really exciting. So, hopefully they can pull out a win.
Kevin, usually you guys come out much stronger in the third quarter. Today was the second quarter, a lot of it. What sparked that big second quarter run?
I thought our defense really started to pick up. We started to be a little more effective with the press. We had got some turnovers and kind of sped them up a little bit, and I think that's kind of where it started.
Any other questions? Oh, go ahead.
Coach, you guys were able to shoot over 50% from the field. That was both an increase in field goal percentage and three-point percentage from the quarterfinal against Maryland. How important was that for the team to get that in the win tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I thought the thing that we did well today is we moved the ball, we made the extra pass, and we got some balance in our offense. They played zone for 40 minutes, and we were still able to get the ball around the basket. We were able to get open threes. We were able to get to the free throw line. And then if you look at the stat sheet, we really spread the scoring around, and I think that's when we're usually at our best, when we have balance in our scoring.
That was my follow-up question. What was it like getting that 4 people on the team getting to double digits? How important is that for the team?
Yeah, if you look at like our biggest wins this year and where we've played our best, it's usually reflected in the balance that we have. And so I think today's a great example of that.
Just one for anyone. Was there any trepidation at all after the time off? Any kernel of the unknown? And if so, when did it go away?
I didn't know, because we practiced really hard. And so the way we were practicing, I wasn't really worried about, I knew we had a great opponent today when we would need to be prepared to play Maine, but I wasn't worried about us, just based on what I was watching in practice and the effort and intensity and focus that we were practicing with.
Any other questions? Okay, Celeste, JC, Kevin, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we will open up with initial comments from Coach Vachon. Amy?
Yeah, so congrats to Ohio State. That's a really, really good team. Really proud of our team. I felt like we battled the entire game. We had some turnovers, obviously. Not many teams don't have turnovers against that team, but I felt that we did a really nice job on doing the things we wanted to do. And I thought Liv Rockwood came out really on fire and hit some big shots for us. And, Addie battling back from going down in the first half. And then I thought Ann just was Ann, especially in that second half, just really made plays. So could not be prouder of our team, the season that we've had, and the way we battled today.
All right, we'll open up the floor for questions. Front row, Colin?
Hey, Amy. I'm curious, when you see the kind of frenetic kind of defense that Ohio State brings, I guess what goes through, was that something you were expecting? What was kind of the game plan there to kind of make sure you could get the ball up the court?
Yeah, we knew they were going to do it. They're might be the best in the country at doing that. So, but, it's one of those things that you can't really emulate, you can't replicate it. And so it's hard when it's the first time you face it. But I really thought we did a pretty good job against it. We had a couple of, flurries there where we had a couple turnovers in a row. But for the majority of the game, I felt like we did a nice job breaking the press. I thought a lot of our turnovers were in the half court, after we broke it, which isn't surprising. They speed you up and you slow down. But I mean, I thought, overall, I mean, I thought we played we shot 53% from the field, unfortunately, so did they. So, but no, I thought it was a good game.
And obviously, I mean, winning is not, it's pretty normal for you guys, 11 straight winning seasons. I mean, NCAA tournament may not be as normal. I'm curious what a performance like today does in terms of the, I guess, future growth of this program. What are you taking from?
Yeah, I mean, I think we said it in the locker room. That's the standard. The standard is making to the NCAA tournament, and we know it's difficult. I mean, we haven't been here for 5 years. We are fortunate to come 2 in a row, and then we went on a little drought, and we know how hard it is. So we don't take that for granted. But that's the standard, and that's the goal every single year, to make the NCAA tournament and, to compete like heck.
And to come back to help your team, to lead your team to an NCAA tournament. As you sit here, I guess, what are you thinking about in terms of what journey, like the journey that this team has been on over the course of this year?
Yeah, I'm just so proud of this team. I've said it multiple times, this is why I came back for my 5th year, because I knew we could do it, and I'm just so proud of this team.
What about this team, I guess, how does it stand out? Like, what should be the story of, what will you remember most about the story of this team?
I think just believing and having the trust in each other. We talked about it all season long coming in, that this year was going to be special, and we believed in it from the first game on and first practice. We just came out and really emphasized on our defense, and everyone on the team is just willing to do whatever it takes for us to win. There's players that don't see the court a lot, but they're doing an amazing job of preparing us in order to get the wins. And everyone on this team is just really amazing, and I couldn't be happier with everyone.
Adriana, obviously, this is, you and Ann have kind of been the offense for this team, or kind of had the ball in your hands quite a bit. I'm curious, with another season to go for you, with this being Ann's last game, I guess, what have you learned playing next to Ann, and then what can you take, I guess, moving forward heading into next year?
Yeah, I've learned a lot from playing with Ann, like a lot of what works for the offense, a lot of pace of game. Ann's been really experienced with all of that, and there have been a few times this year where I've had to dial back in and know the game and the pace that we're playing with and what's working. And just also her leadership is a big part. That's something, we're losing her minutes on the court, but also what she gives to us off the court. So that's something that all of us that are going to be seniors and our grads are going to have to take over and really step up in. But I'm so happy I got to play this full year with Ann, because last year it was she was fighting that ankle injury. So I've learned a lot, and I'm sad to watch her go, but it's been good.
Adriana, how's that ankle feeling? Speaking of ankle injuries.
Yeah, it's all right. It'll be good. Yeah.
And going back to what Colin said, making the NCAA tournament, back-to-back player of the year in the America East. What does it mean to be playing at Maine 4 or 5 years? What does Coach Amy mean? What do your teammates mean to you?
Yeah, it meant a lot. I'm just so happy and so proud that I chose Maine. Just coming here freshman year, everyone was so welcome. I immediately felt love from everyone, from the coaches, from the teammates, and I can't thank them enough for everything they've done for me. I wouldn't be in the position I am right now without any of them, and I'm just so thankful.
Amy, obviously this is a national stage. I mean, you guys, playing in front of millions of people. What did Maine show today? What is kind of the message that you guys sent with this performance today?
Yeah, I mean, I think, first I said to our team in the locker room, I felt like all year this team, the way we played, the people they are, how they hold themselves, I think the state of Maine's really proud of them, and I think the university is very proud of them. They represent us so well in every facet. I hope that when people see Maine, coaches, players, fans, that they see a team that's never going to give up, a team that just fights for everything, a team that's smart, that plays really well together and that has each other's backs. A team that loves each other through thick and thin. And trust me, there are good times and bad times. There are ups and downs. It's hard. It's a long season. But I hope when they see the University of Maine that they know they're gonna have a fight on their hands, and also, be able to cheer for that team too, because they're just amazing young women.
Amy, to be from Maine, to bring Maine to 3 NCAA tournaments and to kind of what you just said, do that for Maine, like what does this mean to you? Like a lot of us don't know anything about Maine women's basketball, but like what does it mean for you?
It's special, being from Maine, growing up in Maine, going to Maine, playing here. Never thought I'd be back coaching here, but the world works in mysterious ways, and being here and being able to be around these young women every single day and represent our state and our university so well is incredibly special.
Thank you guys for your time. Amy, what has having Ann on this team meant to the team and to the program?
Look, Ann, I've said it a couple times as the season has gone down, but Ann's going to leave the University of Maine as one of the best all-time players. She is. And that's saying a lot because we've had a lot of really great players. It's her work ethic, her toughness. Like, she never takes a play off. She never takes a day off. And that's just not on the court. Like, she is so dedicated to her teammates and the program and her coaches, and she represents us so well. She represents her family so well. She represents Luxembourg so well. It's incredible. And, her and Anna, they've had a long 5 years. It's been tough. And, I think it's really important for everyone here to know about Anna. Anna Cahalan has been playing with no ACL all year. She has no ACL. And that kid has been playing on no ACL all year long. And talk about tough. Her and Ann just epitomize everything our program stands for. And when we found out she didn't have that ACL, her first question was, can I still play? That just tells you what this class is.
All right, I'm going to go to the Zoom. We've got a question from ABC7 Fox 22, if you can hear me. Great, thank you very much. Go ahead.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself for a second. Hey guys, it's Ryan Sudol from Channel 7 back in Bangor. Congratulations on a great season once again. And with the emotion, Coach Vachon, that Ann just showed, and the positive atmosphere that I seem to see every time I see you guys play, practice. How does it feel that you have been able to at least play a little part in cultivating those types of emotions towards this team, that happiness to play for this team?
I'm not going to take responsibility for that. We have an amazing staff. We have an amazing group of young women in this locker room. And look, if those young women weren't in that locker room, I don't know if Ann would feel the same way. She may, but there are a lot of reasons for the way Ann feels. I think. When you put your heart and soul into something, it means a lot. So what it means to me to see her, it means a lot, but it's not because of me. It's because of our program and our university and our state and all the fans that we have and her teammates and, all of that, a lot of things go into that feeling, I think.
Thank you.
Today you talk about this team's toughness and they're them battling, and obviously we had a pretty scary moment there at the end of the first half, and despite that Addie came out, played her heart out, and I just want to know from a coaching standpoint what you saw about the heart that she showed today.
Yeah, not surprised by any means. I went into halftime into that locker room and said to Coach Payton, he told me she was going to get an x-ray, and I said, so she's done? He's like, yeah, probably. And then 2 minutes later, he said, well, she's going to brace up and try and go. I said, okay. So I'm not surprised. Addie is a warrior. Addie is, a lot of people from the outside in might look at Addie and say, oh, all she wants to do is win. She does not care about anything, and she wants to do anything she can for her team to win. And if that would mean sit on the bench, she'd sit on the bench and cheer her butt off. She doesn't care, and so I'm not surprised by any means, but it shows how tough that she is.
Pardon me, I have one more. And, I know you've talked a lot in this press conference, about just looking back, reflecting what this team's meant to you. Just when you get that, final moment there at the end where you're coming off of the court for the final time, an immediate turn to the hugs from all of your team. Is there any way I can get you kind of, walk me through in that moment, what you're thinking?
Yeah, I don't know. It was, at first I didn't realize it, but then obviously I saw Coach Amy and I was like, okay, wait, this is the last time I'm coming off the court for Maine, and then it just hit me. Just seeing everyone and just being happy. I mean, I know we lost, but I'm so proud of how we kept fighting in that game and never gave up. And then just coming off the court, just again having this moment for one more time, just really happy, but also sad at the same time. And then just having my teammates and Anna to do it together, it was sad.
Any other questions? Ann, Adriana, Amy, thank you for your time. Thank you for your grace. And congratulations on a multiple championship season.